Hi guys, welcome and who dat? I'm Joe. Thanks for tuning in to Rosenfield 10, where I cover our beloved Bless You Boys in black and gold, the New Orleans Saints. And today is draft day. This is going to be my final word on the 2026 NFL draft before the first round starts. And I'm just going to let you know how I would feel if we select a certain number of players. And I'll present to you the players here. This will be a quick video. I'm going to show you the top 18. This is what I'm stuck with now. This is what I've predicted. I'm stuck with it. McCoy at cornerback has a health issue now that's popped up all of a sudden. Well, I'm not going to change it today. It's there. He's number 12. It's a premium position. That's the only one that I would consider changing right now. Moving the goalpost in the 11th hour. How many ways can I say it? So I'm going to talk about the top 10 in particular, and I'll highlight them here. Running back Jeremiah Love, safety Caleb Downs, linebacker Sonny Styles, edge rusher linebacker Rel Reese, wide receiver Cornell Tate, edge rusher Reuben Bain Jr., edge rusher David Bailey, cornerback Mansour Delane, wide receiver Jordan Tyson, wide receiver Makai Lemon. All right. The top 10, I would be okay with. I would be able to handle it if we draft any of those players. I'll be able to handle it. I could handle Lemon a little more if it was after we traded down and got him. Same with Tyson. I would prefer getting Tyson not at 8, but after a trade down where we acquire an extra pick. So my elite 8 are the 8 that I would seriously consider drafting, be completely happy if we ended up with the player, and would be difficult to move from if that player is available. Oh, cornerback Mansour Delane is my least favorite of the bunch of the Elite Eight. So there's a chance a couple of these Elite Eight guys will still be there. Only six are going to get taken, and so two will be left. My caveat is I have Cornell Tate rated fifth, but in the draft room tonight, if Tate were available and Bain, I would probably go with Bain. If Tate were available and Delane, I would seriously consider Delane. If Tate were available with Bailey, yeah, I would pick Bailey. So, what about those top four? Love and Downs, I think those are guys you grab and you're real comfortable with. There's a chance I move away from Downs because I like so many players in this draft at the nickel, especially Keontae Scott in the second round. No, I'm not saying Keontae Scott is as good as Downs. I'm saying Keontae Scott would fill the role of nickel on this team to a level that you're not likely to get with another second round pick. But the second round in this draft is full of really good players, and there are positions you could address in the second round that would highly improve this team. So, what would make me feel worse, despite picking Lemon at 8, what would make me feel worse is if we trade up because we don't have that many valuable trade assets this year. I don't want to give up a second rounder or a third rounder in this year or next year's draft, let alone the first round pick in next year's draft to go up and get one guy. There's not one guy on this list worth all of that. Just simply not. There's a comfort level with running back Jeremiah Love and safety Caleb Downs that I have that I don't have with the rest of the players. But that comfort level, if you're giving me a couple of more bodies to take a chance with by trading down, yeah, I'll go ahead and live uncomfortably. There's issues either way. So Styles and Reese make me nervous. I think Styles would end up being a really good linebacker. I just think that Yeah, linebacker is a position we don't need to address, so I'm kind of down on that idea. And then, you know, he may struggle at first until he gets the nuances. I think he's fit for this defense pretty well, and I think he exhibits a lot of ability right now. So he's number three on my list. Just not a certified sure thing. And Arvell Reese, for as much upside as he shows, is just not a certain thing at all for me. It would kind of make now I would be excited about all of these players, but the one out of the Elite Eight that I would be least excited about would probably be Delane, followed by Reese, and then Styles right after that. I'd be least excited about. I'd still be excited though. I shouldn't say it like that, but and then after that, Love, Down, Styles, and Reese. I think after that, you're playing the board with edge rusher. No, I don't think Bailey or Bain are the greatest edge rushers in the world, but I think they're worthy of grabbing with the eighth pick at a position of high value. It's a position of need for the team as well. I favor Bain over Bailey, but that's not how things are going to work out. But I've accepted drafting Bain. I think it makes a lot of sense if you look at the draft as a whole and you're trying to address certain positions. You don't pass up the best players. So even though I love the combo of edge rusher Ruben Bain in round one and then cornerback Keontae Scott in round two, even though I love that combo, I would still choose Caleb Downs over Ruben Bain tonight. And yeah, I just try to find my edge rusher somewhere else. Love and Downs are the two can't miss prospects. And then after that, I'm excited for the rest of the Elite Eight, but I would also be excited about trading down, picking up extra assets, and getting a guy that's not in the Elite Eight. Trading down and still getting Tyson or Lemon would be a great move tonight. I would be fine with that. And yeah, I look at my number 11 guy, Ioane. Man, oh man, oh man. I bet some Saints fans would be disappointed if we finally trade down and we end up getting Ioane or Malinoa on the offensive line. You might have your ecstasy doused with cold water shortly after. I, on the other hand, would love to see the offensive line improve that one more piece. So, and I wish Buddy Delaberto were still alive because to hear him try to pronounce Ioane or Malinoa, if we were to draft one of those guys and put him next to Fuanga, would be a entertainment at its finest. So, we trade down. I love Cooper at wide receiver. If we trade down, I love Sadiq at tight end. If we trade down and shucks, we're stuck with Akeem Messador, an edge rusher that I think is great. So, not a lot the Saints could do to really upset me tonight, except for that one thing that I'm guaranteed they're going to try to do and would disappoint me regardless of the outcome. And that's if we try to trade up tonight. If we trade up and give away even a third round pick next year or a third round pick this year, it would be too much to give up. I don't know when it's all said and done, if we trade up, go get my number one guy, Jeremiah Love, and we only give him a third round pick, and Jeremiah Love turns out to be this great player, then maybe 5, 6 years down the road, I'll look at it and say, yeah, it was worth it. But man, this team needs to rebuild. We need as many pieces as possible. I don't think we're one player away from winning this division and winning the Super Bowl. So, all right, that's, I think, my final say on everything. I would be very excited with anybody in the Elite Eight. I would be excited with Tyson or Lemon, but reserved. And then anything resulting in a trade down, I'd probably be pretty happy with. If I can be happy with the offensive lineman, I think I could be happy with whatever other avenue they choose to go. And that's my final say. I'm going to do a video tonight after we make our historic pick. If we make a pick at all, you never know. I'm Joe. Subscribe to Roosevelt 10. You'll hear what I got to say all weekend long. And until the next one, I'll talk to you later. Who dat?